everybody. We are back on our Monday night bullshit. Hey!
Hey.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yes. Nick has tapped out for the night because he is not feeling well, so I am leading the stream tonight. So my name is Jess, and I am playing Blaze in our Monday night Waterdeep campaign, our Celestial Pact Tabaxi Warlock. Shit's going down, and we're here to save Drumstick's soul, and he's not here today.
Typical.
Quitter. Anyways,
Well, he will get into less trouble this way.
fair. He can't fuck up his soul more by not being here. So, anyways, I'm gonna pass it off to Rozzy because I know she loves to be put on the spot.
I'm V, I got a B, and I'm a wizard. And a human. And that's all. Sky?
Nice. Hi, I'm Sky. I play Lystara. Just, floating in the background. I wasn't here last week, so we're gonna see what happens. Alright. Give it to Oliver.
Yes, I am Oliver. I play Warren Woodbrook, the human inquisitive rogue, who is sort of pushing everyone, I guess, to get Drumstick's soul back because Drumstick is too depressed and mopey to really push everyone himself. So I've got to do it, I guess. And yeah, ostensibly that's what we're working on right now.
You really are his best friend.
Yeah, even though he doesn't respect it and kicks me in the shin and all his mean stuff.
Okay, you deserved that.
He's so mean to me. I do not deserve it.
Yeah, you did.
So that's me. Pass it off to Kevin, the one who is maybe in charge.
No.
I am Kevin. I am not really in charge. I have very little input on what you guys do. I get to control everything else in the world, but not the focus. So during last week's session, you infiltrated a party at the Castle Lanners. This is the first party they've held in many, many months, close to a year. The reason you've been poking around in here is V was almost a murder victim, and she has taken that personally. Threatening to kill her favorite self was not what she wanted to hear.
It's rude.
So, using a extra invitation that she was gifted by her friend Jarlaxle, V and Warren went in the front door of this party and made their way around, did some polite conversation, talked to a chef, traded some kitchen tips, and eventually met up with the invisible faction of the group, Blaze and Drumstick. Soon after that, you guys ended up down in the basement where you found behind to Warren's eyes, poorly hidden secret door. A set of stairs descending deeper into the earth where there was a large temple of Asmodeus. But Lystara, you had completely different plans. You were not invisible. You did not have an invitation. You just stealthed your way in and walked past people without being seen.
That's what I do.
Yes, yeah, you're unlike Drumstick and Warren, who are best friends and always in conflict. You and Shadow are best friends and never in conflict. So you find yourself wandering away from the party and up a set of stairs onto the third floor. You did a little bit of poking around just to see what was there. You found a bedroom with two children sleeping.
They're
And I'm
alive?
going to, yes, alive, sleeping. And I'm going to err on the side of not creepy, and let's say that you just left them alone from there and moved on.
Fair enough.
Down the hall from the children's room and their large, overstuffed toy room, you hear a conversation happening on the other side of a door. A male voice and a female voice.
Behind a closed door.
Yes, behind a closed door.
I'm gonna pop my clairvoyance through.
Okay. So you throw your clairvoyance sensor into that room. What you see are the two Castellaners themselves, Amelia and Victoria, and they seem to be agitated. Something's not going right. As they converse, they're saying that they're far short of the number of guests they were hoping for. There's nowhere near the 99 they need for the grand sacrifice.
Sounds legit.
Perfect.
I fucking knew it.
Beautiful. But their children don't count as sacrifices?
You think that they must be looking at guests only, because if you included all the staff, that would bring them up to that number. But
It's still only just them in the room. Nobody else.
there's no one else in the room with them right now. They go on to mention that they will have one final chance to perform the grand sacrifice and transfer their contract from Asmodeus to Belial.
Do I know if Belial's another devil?
That's an easy assumption to make, but give me an Arcana check.
Who, me?
14.
No, Lestora.
Oh, it was like everyone was quiet. I'm like, I know I
was rolling
spaced out, but
You're not. Yeah, you can't place the name. So standing here in this hallway, hidden in shadows, how would you like to go from here?
Am I the only one in this hallway? Like, I don't hear anybody else coming.
No.
Did
Now,
I
at some point, that conversation is going to end, and they're going to leave the
room?
the room.
From that entrance that I'm looking through, or is there another entrance?
From where your sensor is at. Double checking. I think there is another door on the other side of that room. Yeah, there is another door on the other side of the room. But you don't know where that leads. Give me a perception check as well.
$17.
All right. When they mention the names Asmodeus and Belial, you hear a muffled scream from above you.
Are there any... Well, I guess I'll take my clairvoyance out. I got what I probably wanted. Is there any staircases that lead up?
No, not from where you are.
Not from where I... So I would have to go in that room. Or is there another room I can investigate in?
There is a servant's quarters that you spot. Looks like it's a nurse or a nanny for the kids, but there's no staircase or ladder going up to the attic floor.
And I like go through the floor.
You could dimension door.
Mention door upstairs.
Yeah. You could throw a
Seems like
clairvoyance
special
up there.
place.
You have options.
Let's throw another clairvoyance up there.
Okay.
So I can see where that scream's coming from.
Up there, what you see, there is a ogre-sized humanoid with like long, spindly arms and legs, uh, strapped up with chains, big, thick iron chains. And that's the source of the screaming. The chains have worn him bloody at arm and wrist. And when you look in closer, you can see that the chains aren't like shackled to him; they're erupting from his flesh. Um, and then the other end of the chains are tied up to the rafters of the building. There is a circle on the floor that is some type of magical ward. Give me another Arcana check.
19.
This is likely a type of fiend called a chain devil, and it does not appear to be happy to be in this state.
We've run into one of those before.
Yeah.
Would I know if this is the thing that they're trying to sacrifice for?
A devil wouldn't be sacrificed.
Oh,
They'd be, yeah.
so they're trying to sacrifice this thing too. Assuming.
You can make whatever assumptions you want there, but
Is that the only room that's upstairs that I can see right now?
yeah, there is a like a floor ladder that looks like it goes down into a room on the other side of the Castellander's bedroom. So you'd have to pass through their bedroom to get up into the attic.
Does it speak any? Can I understand it or no?
It is not speaking in a language you understand. It is not so much speaking as it is just kind of like screaming. That circular ward that it's trapped in appears to be muffling most of the sound. When you cast out your clairvoyance, um, it creates an invisible sensor. Not long after you cast it and observe all this, the devil just looks right at you through that sensor and holds his gaze on you.
Why?
Yeah, you can't speak through it, but yeah, it appears to know you're there. Your sensor is there.
Okay. That's good. Do I see anything else in this room? Windows? Um,
The windows are painted black. that was something you guys had noticed from the outside, that the attic windows had been painted black.
I know where the group is at this point or not. I just
Uh,
kind
the
of went
la-
and did my own thing.
the last you had seen them was when Warren and V were in the kitchen talking to the chef.
Of course, you guys are always hungry.
Do you have any other method to contact?
Well, I could send them. Can I send them like some kind of note to tell them what I found up here? Ask them where they are.
Let's see. Your Shadow Hound might be able to track them.
God. Okay. I will summon my hound. And say, go track. Go track the kitty. Go track Blaze.
The Shadow Hand sniffs at the air just a bit and leaps from shadow to shadow, leading you down. Can I get one stealth check from you at this point?
$22.
At the bottom of the steps, there's a pair of guards standing there. It takes you a moment or three to find an appropriate moment to slip between them. You can hear the Castellaners leaving the room and walking down the hall at the top of the steps. So they'll be coming this way shortly. Let's flip to the rest of the group. Now, where we had left you guys was on a balcony looking down at the main altar floor with that massive statue of Asmodeus. You determined that most of the balcony you were on was unstable and risked collapse if you went out too much farther onto it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think we really had a reason to, anyways.
No. Not that I can think of. I think we were gonna go back down the stairs to get to the actual. I don't want to call it ground level, but I'm gonna say ground level because that's the only word I can think of. It's not ground level, but you know what I mean.
You had passed by a spiral staircase
Yes.
leading down on your way here. As soon as you came down into this sub level, you saw that staircase down. At the bottom of that staircase, you see 3 passageways that lead off towards the temple area, and a large pair of double doors that are they have the symbol of Seamorph and the Castellaner family crest. These doors have been sealed and unopened for quite some time. And Warren, this is the area that your ghost detecting halberd was vibrating in.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting. Because they've got all this, they've got all this iconography of this god or goddess of nobility, whatever it was.
Goddess.
I assume this used to be their patron. I kind of wondered, do I know anything about them? How would they feel about, like, Asmodeus worship?
Go for the religion check.
Can I make one too? Because I'm actually.
Sure.
I got a
You
13
as well.
on mine.
I'll give you advantage because you've got a lot more information on the Asmodeus side of the equation.
I got a 19. Oh, that was really fucking loud. Okay.
It didn't come through.
Rozzy?
What?
The sound of the
Yeah.
dice going away.
Can I get a religion check with
Yes.
advantage? Because, yeah.
Sorry. So 18. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24.
24.
I don't math.
No, you're fine.
So yeah, you don't know anything about this Seamorph goddess, but she doesn't sound like anyone Asmodeus would do business with. She's got that, nobility and honor is kind of her main thing. So they're going to be very opposed.
Okay, I'm pretty disinterested.
Okay. Well, when you say this door is sealed, what exactly does that mean?
It's a crypt door that has not been opened in a very long time. So it's not like sealed as in like locked. It's just sealed as in it has been years since it's been opened.
Okay.
Cobwebs go right across the door and things like that. There wouldn't be cobwebs here, but some other clue that indicates that.
Okay. We should probably check it out.
Yeah.
Blaze, do you see anything with your magical sparkly eyes?
With your special eyes.
That's a first. Do I see anything?
Not exactly. There's not a magical aura that you can detect, but there's a something there to it.
Yeah. Alright. There's a something. It's nothing obvious right now, but there's something here.
Okay. Well, we can't just pass it by.
Mm-mm.
So we might as well take a peek, see what's down here. I mean, I'm assuming this is an old family crypt, but we got to take a look.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Using the advantage of Droomstick's strength
Hmm.
to open these doors, they don't provide much problem for him. When those doors open, there's a big metal squeak as these hinges that haven't been used in a long time do their thing. This is exactly what you would expect to see in a old family crypt. Alcoves in the walls, bodies with rotten shrouds over them.
That's nasty. Draugrs.
Mhm.
There's no indication here, though, that there's anything unholy. Quite the opposite. These are dead that are resting. Now, the tingle does get stronger as you
Where is
go
it
in.
tingling? Tingling.
Don't worry about that.
What the fuck?
Fine.
Use your magical door finder.
Um, yeah, Warren carries a halberd on his back that we don't talk about much.
Oh, he's like, it's tingling. I'm like, what? Okay.
It's the same thing when your reporter senses tingling. Just
Yeah.
Got it.
At the very end in the back of the crypt, there's a stone sarcophagus with a resting knight laying on the carving of a resting knight on top of the sarcophagus. Very classic, at rest pose for a knight. And as you approach, a spectral form lifts out of the coffin and and stands in front of you.
Oh, god damn it.
And like there's a blue flaming in his eye that looks straight at V.
The fuck do you want?
Uh, you do not belong here.
Oh.
Sure I do.
Yeah, I keep telling her the same
You
thing,
are
and she
the-
won't go away.
You are the same filth that taints the rest of the house.
Well, we're trying to remove some of it, okay? So, why don't you help us along there? I'm the good of the bad filth, okay? Come on.
Can I get a persuasion check? with disadvantage.
I'm the good of the bad filth.
That's bullshit, because that was a 19. Oh, and a crit. So,
Okay.
19. Oh, wait, plus my persuasion is plus a 5. So, whatever that is, like, I don't know what that is, actually. 24, maybe? I don't even
he backs down a bit. He doesn't seem. He just seems less aggressive about it.
I damn near crit on you, so you better back down.
Oh no.
The Castellan name has fallen in disgrace.
Aren't there
They
any good
consort-
ones that can take over the mantle once we get rid of the bad ones?
None
No.
in this house.
Oh.
So what about little Lulu down the street? Will she
Little
do? Or
Lulu
whatever
down
the
the
fuck her name is?
Who was
They
he?
consort. They consort with devils and bring shame onto the family.
Me to Warren.
Now, it's certainly looking that
Not
way, but
proof.
I'm just going to remind you that, as
This
far
is
as I'm aware, consorting with devils itself is not illegal in the city of Waterdeep.
Seriously?
Illegal
Shut
and
up,
immoral are
Warren.
different things.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's fair enough. I'm just saying we can't call the cops on them. We can frown disapprovingly at them
Oh
when they
my
come into the
god.
room,
I'm
but
gonna frown
We're
disapprovingly
taking
at
them
you.
out ourselves, so who really cares?
okay, you don't get to say who is morally in the right here. He says you're one of them.
Like I said, I'm the lesser of the filth.
Okay, great.
I'm the fun filth.
Um,
So where do we find evidence to take down the bad one so that your name can reclaim its honor or whatever the fuck you want us to do? I don't know.
They plan. I should have thought about words ahead of time more than I did.
Because I'm
They
so
plan-
eloquent.
They plan to bring a new level of disgrace to the family, a stain that will be unable to be removed. It
Such
will bring
as.
an end to the family line.
Oh?
They're gonna castrate someone? Like.
Well, how is that the first
Not-
thing you go to?
The end of the family line. How else could that work?
Not so literal.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I literally don't get it. What are they gonna do? I've got no ideas.
How? Not sure either.
Spell it out for me, Chief. He hates me.
No. I'm waiting for Warren here.
I'm kind of curious how the ghost is going to react to her.
Um, Give me an insight check,
Who?
Warren.
Because I got a +6.
That's gonna be a 29.
Okay. He seems desperate.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a very permanent thing he's afraid of, and he doesn't seem, he's unable to change the course of events.
Right. Okay. Listen. We kind of have an idea what's going on here a little bit. And it looks like it's bad news.
We do?
Yeah, there's Asmodeus worship. That's bad news.
Yeah, but what is the thing that they're gonna do? I really fucking want to know now. It's like a cliffhanger that I can't, I need to know.
Something bad, okay?
Make him say it.
Everything.
There's something weird about the party. It just
Are
feels
they gonna murder
weird.
the whole town or something?
Blaze seems to think. Well, not the whole town. That's probably a little bit above what they can manage. They don't seem that competent. Okay, listen. This isn't really our place. We honestly we just came in here because we have our own motives for interfering
We
with
got this, bro.
with what's going on. What would you have us do with this situation here?
We got this.
Stop their plans. Whatever it is that they have planned for this evening cannot be allowed to continue.
Can you draw us a map of where to go to stop this? Because this is like a pretty big place.
I have less influence over this house with each passing rite that they do, each ritual they do. I can no longer see what goes on in the upper levels of the home.
So you're saying it's on the upper level?
I'm saying I do not know.
Well, that's where all the guests are.
They speak of this grand sacrifice.
Well, that solidifies it for me.
All right. Do you have any idea how they're going to sacrifice these people?
Can I get a Arcana or Religion check on the grand sacrifice?
Do I get any advantage or disadvantage this time?
You get your +9 skill bonus.
So 18.
Okay. Grand sacrifice, as you know it, is a single act which sacrifices and damns 99 souls at once.
How many people are at this party?
Close to that.
How much food have you eaten, Warren?
Just some hors d'oeuvres, not a lot of none of the actual main course. I feel fine. I assume
they're gonna poison people. That's the only way they can kill 99 people at once. I clearly don't explain my thought process to him. I just bust out with that. He's just like, wait, what?
And I'm just like, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the only way that I can think of that they could kill 99 people at once.
I've been through the kitchen. I rolled like a ridiculously high perception while I was in there. Did I see any way that they could have been poisoning that food? Like,
it doesn't mean it's the food. It could be the wine. Haven't you watched Game of Thrones?
Okay, no, I actually have not. However,
oh, never mind.
But no, I was in the kitchen. So did I see anything there that would?
You saw nothing in the kitchen that would lead you to believe there was a poisoning being planned there.
Okay.
Well, they're clearly planning
the wine, the ale, the beverage, the handshake at the beginning of.
To rewind a little bit back to your skill check, the grand sacrifice is also the sort of thing that would seal a major contract. It would either be the fulfillment of or the beginning of something major.
So, just, thinking things out in my head, could they maybe be trying to make up to Asmodeus? And I'm about to fuck that up?
That is one
Not that I give a
possibility.
fuck, but
Yeah, that does occur to you, and you can't think of any. It's on your list of possibilities.
you know what? He'll appreciate the fact that I'm so self-serving. Fuck these motherfuckers. I don't care. Too bad you were too slow. I beat you to it. I'm the better candidate for Asmodeus. Thank you. We've been friends before in other games. I love Asmodeus. Sweet baby Jesus. But yeah, fuck it. I think we have to go back upstairs, unfortunately.
Okay, well, I mean, if all we have to do is interrupt the party, we can do that.
It can't be that easy. There's no way it's that easy.
Well, we can't just go up there and pick a fight. I mean, it's their house. They have all the legal rights here.
I think we have to wait until it gets close. That, or we can try to get some alcohol into an old person that's gonna die soon anyway. Like,
We're not
just
killing
try it
people.
out and see if they
Not
die.
killing people.
I
Then
feel like
it'll count towards us.
I
No,
don't want to kill
they're not
people.
doing that.
That's
I was
brilliant.
just
Like I had thought of a couple different ways you could deal with this potential problem, but killing people off before they can be sacrificed was not on my list.
Well, I don't want to hurt an animal.
If it's poison wine, that's the easiest thing to prove, I feel like.
But they're drinking it right now, bro.
I mean, if it's okay, if that's true, then it was over before we even got in here, because the wine was already being passed out before we got here.
Fine, maybe it's the dessert wine. We'll
I
find
mean,
out.
is it something? Would the ritual be that everybody needs to die pretty much at the exact same time?
That
The Kool-Aid.
that is your that seems accurate.
So it's okay. That makes me less likely to think it would be the food or the wine because not everybody's gonna be drinking their wine in sync at the exact same time.
Not only that, now that I'm thinking about it, like, they also need to be able to get away with it with the town. So now I've got nothing. They're gonna shoot someone into space in a rocket ship and blow it up. I've got nothing.
You said they had a devil somewhere in here, right? If I remember correctly from whatever you're
As
talking
far
about,
as I know, they have one or two chained up.
could that do something that would kill everybody at pretty much the exact same time?
Do I need a roll to know that? You look so devious. I don't like Kevin's facial expressions tonight.
Devils are there's a bunch of different scenarios where some devils could absolutely do that without question.
Okay. So that's probably our best situation is to find that devil and take it out. And then go from there. Or devil or two devils. Because if that's their most likely thing they're going to use, like...
I still don't understand how, if that were the case, if they're just gonna release a devil on everyone in the party, like Vial said, how do they intend to get away with that? Are they just gonna leave town? Because I feel like 99 people going into a party and no one coming out is going to raise some eyebrows.
I don't know. I'm sure they've got some plan to deal with it, but...
Teleportation, orgy gone wrong, I don't know.
Or they're gonna have somebody they can blame. Maybe they intend to claim it was the wine and the staff did it.
Or they paid everyone off.
I feel
I
like
don't
they
think
have
they
no
could pay anyone off. They seem pretty broke. We didn't we like break into their treasury and find practically
Yeah.
nothing. accidentally.
Yeah, you did find out that they've gone through large sums of money lately.
Okay.
What's your name, Ghost Bro?
Ghost Bro has a name.
Ghost Bro has a name.
Oh, bro.
Ghost Bro, Ghost Bro, Ghost Bro. Pour one out for him.
Caladorn Castellaner.
Is that
Okay.
someone noteworthy that I might know?
Yeah. He was a former masked lord of Waterdeep and marshal of uh, the Watch. So he would have been the head of the Watch in his day.
Really?
Does that mean they have connections to the watch still?
Well, they're dead,
Um,
so that would be.
Yeah, he would have been a good 200, 300 years ago.
That doesn't mean they still don't have connections to.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I mean. Jesus Christ, not that he personally does. He's fucking dead.
I just want to make sure we had a clear timeline.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
Okay. Um. Well, the word of a masked lord is a little bit former masked lord, I suppose. Carries a little bit more weight. So where do we think this? I'm still not convinced it's as simple as them just letting a devil loose in the middle of their party, and then that is going to
That's
make
the best place we have to
Asmodeus
start,
happy, but-
though.
All right. Well, where is it? Is it in the big temple to Asmodeus? Was there any exits that we could see from that room, or is that pretty much like
There was a lot of the room that you could not see from the balcony.
I mean, didn't
there
he
was-
say he could sense things down here, but the higher up in the house, he couldn't? That's what he said, correct?
Since he's still there,
we can ask him?
Yes. I was like, pretty sure he mentioned that.
my senses extend throughout the manor, through the house.
Mhm.
It has been diminishing over the last several years. They've made additions to several areas which I cannot see.
Mhm. You haven't seen any devils?
No, this is holy ground. They could not come here.
Okay.
Well, that's a good start. That's somewhere to retreat to in case everything goes terrible.
Yeah. Hmm.
I suppose then. Do we want to check out the big temple of Asmodeus they have, or return to the party? What do you guys think?
This guy makes it sound like everything's going on upstairs, not downstairs.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. We'll go back up and we'll see what's going on.
Okay.
Judging, like going with this information that we now have, maybe we could determine something else that's amiss.
All right. As you leave the crypt and ascend the spiral staircase,
By Constantinople.
Lestara, you see your companions rising the spiral staircase that you are about to go down while tracking them.
Okay. Am I hidden in the shadows?
Yeah, they don't see you yet.
Perfect.
Hang on. If anyone can see you, it may be Warren. So let's do that stealth perception
Oh.
Look at my
roll off.
dumpling.
Okay. Well,
I found out how to keep her off the keyboard.
my perception rolls a 26.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah,
It's pretty nice.
you've got a lot of practice seeing the kind of shadows that Lestara hangs out in, and see one that looks like a prime Lestara-shaped shadow.
Just sort of like take a stick and poke it in the shadow. Star, are you there?
Be like, ow. And then I'll come out of hiding. Be like,
There
"Hey,
you are.
guys, what's up?"
You
Oh, well,
you've
yes,
been
hi,
enjoying the
hello.
party.
No, I'm not all for parties. There's too many lights down there. Screw
Valid.
that.
Fair enough.
So I came wandering up here, you know. There's some creepy children sleeping. They might be dead. I don't know. But they're in a room.
What? Where?
I mentioned sleeping, not dead.
Lestara,
no,
what did
I-
you do?
I didn't
Why
go
did you
up and
kill
check.
children?
I didn't kill them. Okay? I found them like that. That's the story I'm sticking to.
Well, Warren, clearly now we know they've murdered their own fucking children.
We've got a mission for you.
And then I saw, like, the angry castle lantern people behind a closed door, and they were yelling. They were
About?
very upset about they wanted to sacrifice people, but there wasn't enough people to sacrifice, so they wanted to get more people to sacrifice.
Okay.
We could start making everybody sick and make them have to go home.
Or we could
Like
send
with the
people out the
smell.
window.
I could do mass suggestion and make everyone leave.
Huh? Yeah. Spoil
Um,
I
That
could
won't
just
be
tell everyone
suspicious.
you really want to go to bed.
we still are gonna need evidence after that.
Fuck.
I mean,
I do remember charms are illegal in Waterdeep. If you charm everyone and they
Do
go
I
home,
care?
How are they
I don't
gonna
even
know?
live here.
you
How
might
will
not,
they
but
know?
you're not staying in our house if we have 99 witnesses coming to tell that you.
You're 99%
can
of
would I be able to prestidigitation a positively foul odor that's gonna make people want to leave?
Oh god.
That would be a bit much from
That's
prestidigitation.
kind of what I figured. I had to ask.
Oh, and then that's not even the best part that I found.
What?
Upstairs, like right up those stairs, and then up on the next floor, there's like a chained, like devil looking thing. And it
I'm
was
just
Oh,
gonna
what?
deadpan turn to Warren. Be like, well, there we go.
it's
Okay.
up there. It was screaming.
How far up?
Up there.
Like
Two
the
sets of
attic
stairs.
or?
Yeah.
Second floor? Two sets of
Like the
stairs, you
attic.
said?
Shut the fuck up! You've been to the attic?
4th floor.
I
Fourth.
haven't been. It had windows that were blacked out.
Okay.
You're so sketchy, and I love it.
It's
Let's
brilliant.
be best friends,
I
okay?
saw it through my eyeball.
Alrighty, let's get this show on the fucking road.
Do I still have my
Alrighty.
fake me?
Your fake you? What?
No, that would have faded by now.
Son of a bitch.
You had a fake you and I missed it?
Yeah.
You did.
I can make it talk and everything.
Oh, great. I have a hound. Is my hound back? I'm
You
gonna
have a
summon him back
what?
to me.
Have I ever seen the hound?
No, I
I
don't
think so.
No,
No?
you probably haven't.
We need to catch up.
Lestara, what does your shadow hound look like?
Can it
Kind
please
of
be
dog.
legal? Can it please or corgi?
No, that's not scary. I want it to be
Is
menacing.
it?
I want it to be like black as night and smoky.
Okay,
Good old
fine.
classic Black Hound of the Moors.
Yes.
You know, did you ever see? I'm sure we've all seen. Was it the Never-Ending Story? That fucking wolf. That's what I'm picturing.
Perfect. Go with that.
Sure.
Dude, he's fucking scary.
That's what this guy is.
Alright.
Not as scary as the Great Nothing, but
But then he gets up to me and he's like a pile of mush. Until I tell him to like roar.
Alright.
It's all because you know where the spot to scratch him in.
Okay, well, what are we doing? Are we getting the guests to go home, or are we going up to deal with the devil, or are we splitting up to do both?
I don't know. We're partying in the staircase.
Well, V, do you think you'd need help getting guests to go home, or are you good with that? Because we probably want to. I might be able to just cast banishment. That's why that word came out like that on the devil, and hopefully he poof and go home.
Poof and
But I would like to have assistance just in case he don't go.
poof and go home.
Let me just see one thing.
Yeah.
Each target must make a wisdom. So it doesn't look like if it fails that they know I did it. It's not like charm person. It's just it doesn't work.
Okay.
So I can make up to 12 people have to cast a wisdom saving throw. So I've got to be able to get at least, let's hope, a third. I don't even fucking know.
How many times can you cast it?
I think only once. How many 6th level spell slots do I have? Yeah, I can
One.
only do it once.
Okay. I mean, even still, if they
And
already don't have enough people.
you also have your arcane recovery ability, so you could recharge that spell slot and do it twice.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up. What is arcane recovery?
Read your character sheet sometime.
Oh my
We know you don't make your own characters, Razi. But
I
read
do sometimes.
You,
Okay.
you really should look at your character sheet. You've got good tricks. Benign transportation,
What?
minor conjuration. These are all things you can do.
Alright, so yeah, I can cast it twice.
Alright.
I can also summon a fiendish spirit instead and just scare everyone out. How do you feel about that one, Warren? I'm trolling you right now. So bad.
That would make the Castellaners so suspicious. Well,
we do know they have resident house mages that are looking out for that kind of stuff, and I feel like they would be able to deal with it. If you want to try it, it's your funeral.
No, I just wanted to
We'll be
fuck
upstairs
with
with the
you.
demon, or devil, whatever it is.
I can cast it as I go, like, up the stairs, I guess. Not the fiendish spirit, the mass suggestion. I still want to
That's what I
come with you
automatically
guys. Sorry. No, not the devil one. Let's go.
Okay, yeah. Let's do this. Let's get the show on the road.
Okay. So as you ascend back into the house, there's that shadow.
Well, there's that shadow hound.
Mush, please.
Come up out of the basement and ascend the grand staircase up into the ballroom area. And it looks like that's where everyone has gotten to since the last time you were up here. And servants are going around with champagne glasses on trays, handing them out to everyone.
Okay.
The Castellaners are there side by side, holding hands, and it looks like they're about to give a toast
Oh,
of some type in
fuck.
celebration.
May I grab one of the champagne bottles?
Fiendish spirit it
Or
is.
not bottles, but one of the champagne.
Oh yeah. The servants are like handing them out.
Okay. Once I get one of these cups out of the bag of holding, I'm pulling that dwarven tankard I have, and I'm going to pour the champagne into it to see if it pings poison.
Oh, absolutely! I forgot you had that, but yes. Poison detected.
Okay, well, Vial, you were right.
Fiendish spirit it is.
Yeah, that's probably our best one right now. Just get everybody to fucking get out.
Let's do it. What do I have to roll?
Maybe non-maliciously throw the shadow hound in there just to make people scatter.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna have my bee sting people too.
beautiful.
What is that
funny.
magic?
I feel initiative rolls are inevitable right here, But before we do that, I'd like to know what everyone's trying to do in this moment where the champagne goes into the dwarven mug, and you know it's now poison.
I'm smiling, just so happy and like cocky, and summon fiendish spirit it is.
Right now, I'm mostly hoping that when the guards show up, it's not going to be Barnabas that's in charge of them. And now that I've said that, of course, Kevin's like, ah.
I never do things like that. Never.
No, man.
Oh, God.
Lestara,
Yes.
what do you got going on here? What are you gonna do in this moment?
I'm gonna summon my Shadowhound and scare people out.
Okay.
Can't you just use
So
fear? How many
I
people
can,
does that affect?
yeah. It's a cone, I believe. It's
Yeah.
a 30-foot.
You could get a
Yeah,
significant
30-foot
chunk of
cone.
the room with that.
All right. You guys need to stand behind me for this.
Yeah.
Gladly.
Still gonna summon my Shadowhound.
All right.
What does a Yugoloth look like?
A what?
That would be the wrong type.
Oh God. Reminder, we're
I
not
get
here
to
to kill
pick
people.
whatever it
We're just
looks
here to
like.
get them the fuck out of this house, or at least drop
Yeah.
their fucking champagne.
I really want
you-
my fiendish spirit to be aesthetically shocking.
A giant bee. A
Oh.
giant demon bee.
There's actually a giant demon mosquito. But
Can't
you'd
we
be looking at
reflavor it?
devils. Yeah. It's a devil, and you can make it look any way you want it to look.
It says I can choose.
Well, most people could, but you were aligned with devils. If you want to summon Yugoloths, you'd need to go with a different evil underworld faction. Blaze,
Yes, hi.
what
hello.
about you in this moment of action?
I don't know. There's nothing that I can do that will scare the shit out of people enough to get them to leave.
Okay.
So
I mean,
I'm just gonna hold off for the moment.
all right.
You could turn out the lights, can't you?
No?
Oh. I thought you could. I was
Lestara
gonna say, that'd be
is the
funny for like a whole minute.
Yeah,
So
Lestara is more of the darkness person.
The two that are important here are V and Lestara.
Yeah.
If you're both reacting with a spell, it's a question of whose spell comes off first. So let's start with just you two rolling initiative for the moment.
Ready? Same time.
Okay.
14. You didn't go at the same time. Ass. What is
Lestara,
yours?
what do you got?
17.
Okay.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell. That is my shoe, girl.
All right. So you see that everyone's getting these champagne glasses passed around, and the Castellaners are about to begin the toast. When you just whip out this cone of fear and just run through the center of this mass of people with it. Now, they need to make wisdom saving throws. So I'm going to roll a couple of dice here real quick. And a large portion of the crowd goes into an instant screaming panic. And they start to rush away from you, which ends up being towards the Castellaners. Champagne glasses go flying. You see this absolute look of rage go across Victorio's face. They are really pissed off that you've just ruined this moment.
Good.
And then, V, in this now empty space in front of you that's been cleared out, you summon a fiendish spirit.
Yes, as close to the castle owners as I can, so that
And
people get away from them.
what sort of form do you have here in mind?
I don't know.
Okay, we can leave it ill-defined. We know it's a um just go big red-skinned, bat-winged,
Let's
fanged,
make like the
acid-dripping.
dude from Legend. Tim.
Sure. It looks like Shroomstick, but red.
Broomstick looks like. I have no idea in my mind of anything, guys.
He's a minotaur.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
He's gonna be so offended next week.
so yeah, that pops up there. Okay. Let's get initiative for the rest of you.
Okay. I got a dirty 20.
I got 17.
All right. So Warren on a 20. Blaze.
17.
All right. Do you want to go before or after Lestara?
I'll go after.
Okay. Okay. So Warren, roll a d20 for me real quick.
Okay. That is going to be an 11.
Roll it again.
Okay.
Oh no.
That is going to be a 6.
I'm filled with
Okay.
dread.
No, that was just a d20 for tiebreaker on the dirty 20, and then we both
Oh.
rolled 11.
Perfect.
And your 6 beats his 4.
Okay.
So you get to act in this moment first.
I don't even know what to really do at this point. Star and Vial are handling the clearing out of the guests. I can't really go shooting crossbow bolts already. That would be
Dramatic.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I'm gonna look around the room. I want to try to identify. We know they have at least, I think, 2 wizards on staff that were looking out for things. I want to try to identify who they may be.
Give me a perception check then.
Okay.
Can I say this 1 second? You need to have a showdown with the cook. It's canon.
Turn into a cook-off in the middle of the battle.
There is a chef feat now.
Yeah, there is. 24 on that perception check.
Okay. There, among the staff, some of the staff are running. They were affected by the fear spell. But there are at least 2 of them which appear to be just as angry as the Castellaners themselves.
Mhm.
And you can't really get a judge of what their real abilities are. But they look like they were invested in this going off as well.
Okay. Do they seem like they are in the middle of reacting to whatever is happening, or are they just standing there being angry at the moment?
They look like they're looking over towards Victorio for instruction from him. he's definitely in charge of what's going on here.
Are they together in the room, or are they on different sides of the room? Like, how are they spaced?
They're spread out through the room. They weren't grouped up when chaos broke out.
I'm gonna make my way to one of them. I guess whichever one is closest at this point. And assuming I can make it there within the 30 feet of my movement for the turn, I'm just going to like tap them on the shoulder and be like, excuse me, is the party over? I think there's something wrong with my drink. And then I'm just gonna splash the champagne in their face.
Warren, please. Jesus Christ. We're not here to kill people.
He like
I'm not
ninja
forcing
dodges.
it down his throat. Jeez.
Yeah, he just flat dodges away from that. Like, he knew how dangerous it was and gets out of the way. And then he pulls a dagger out from somewhere he had it hidden. You've ruined everything.
The wine was already pretty ruined. Did you taste it? You should probably taste it.
All right, so you end your turn with snark.
Are we surprised?
All right, then Victoro. Now he's pissed.
Who?
Victoro is Mr. Castellaner.
Mr. Loser.
I would like Lestara to make a charisma save. But since Sky stepped away, I will roll the die. Okay. So Lestara vanishes. You've seen more than a few banishment spells by now. That was his initial response, was to banish the source of fear.
I mean, that's a valid response, but I'm pissed.
Yeah. That does end the fear spell. That does not stop the panic, because now there's a devil in play.
Yeah.
All right. And now Lestara would go right now, but since Sky's not here, what do you know? Failed the saving throw to recover from banishment. Blaze.
How do I want to deal with this?
Sorry, there is no saving throw for banishment after you're banished.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because it's all their concentration.
Yeah.
I haven't used it in a while.
Okay, hang on. Now this guy's headset's back on. So, this is what happened while you were gone.
Okay.
Victorio Castellaner banished you.
What a
And
bitch.
you failed your saving throw. Now, when this banishment happens, you see this like portal opening in front of you.
Mhm.
And darkness swallows you from behind and takes you somewhere else.
Have I been here before?
Well, kind of. The area you're in right now is the castle, the ballroom of the Castellaner mansion, as if it had been left unattended for a century.
Really?
Like the tapestries are rotting off the walls. There's plaster that's fallen off. The carpet is torn up in places. It's just the furniture is gone. Everything is cold and dreary. Give me an Arcana check.
20. 30, 20.
Right. You've touched the Shadowfell before, but now you're there. And you get a definite sense that this was not where the banishment was sending you. Something has pulled you here.
Oh, okay, so this was just like an interception.
Right. So I'm going to leave you confused with that, and we'll get around to you on your next turn.
Beautiful.
Blaze.
Alrighty. In hopes of breaking his concentration on that banishment spell, and because you can't not get hit by magic missile, I'm going to whip out my wand of magic missiles that I never really use.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming magic missile can
Missiles
break
away?
concentration. Yeah?
Yeah, each
Any damage can.
individual
That's
one
what I
should.
thought. I'm going to cast it as 3rd level. So that's total of 5, because it's 3, then it's plus 2.
Yep.
Oh, that's really loud. I don't like it. 23?
Did it just roll a single? Okay, 23?
Yeah, I had to open it in another thing.
Yeah, like the way magic missile is supposed to work is you roll 1 die, and that's what all the missiles do for damage.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But I don't like that, so
Oh,
I
okay.
roll for each missile.
Okay.
It's old school, but effective.
Okay, I was like, oh no, I did it wrong.
Okay. He rolls a crit on his concentration check.
Fuck.
So
Bitch.
next up is Amalia. V, do you have the saving throws handy for your devil? Because he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
I think it's 0. Wisdom, it says +0 in parentheses.
Yeah, that would be a very much a.
So roll.
Yeah.
12.
Okay. It just freezes in place, stunned like a statue.
What a waste of a spell. I'm changing it.
Then V, you're up.
Who's fighting us? Mr. and Mrs.?
Mr. and
That's it?
Mrs. And then some of the staff appear to be involved too.
Let's see. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I use my spell. How do I know? Alright. Let's do a level 5 lightning bolt.
Okay. So we're going there.
What? Yeah, let's do it.
Are you concerned that you may catch some of the people in pure panic right now?
They're still fucking here?
Yes.
Well, they haven't like all cleared out completely. And most of them are running away from where Lestara was, not to the staircase behind you.
So they're not in my way for the.
Oh, some of them are going to be in your way. If you're going to go with lightning bolt, there's going to be some.
This is so annoying.
There will be some collateral damage.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Oh no.
We need some dex saves real quick for.
I'm excited, okay?
Okay, well they both failed.
Look. I'll heal them after, Warren. Okay.
All right. 2 of the civilian casualties have passed their saves, but let's roll damage and see if it matters if they pass their save.
86.
Oh no. I don't think it's gonna matter if they passed.
1, 2, 3.
Roll the big pile of wizard dice.
$16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Not too bad.
Okay. All right. So, two of the bystanders die.
They'll be back. They'll be back. It's all good.
If you can afford the resurrection, because I can't.
Oh god.
We'll worry about it later.
Victoria's concentration holds. Amalia's does not. So your devil is now free to act as well.
Ooh. Okay. So what does he do exactly? Let's see.
I believe he goes at the end of your turn.
Can he hurl flame? It's
Yes.
one target. It's only one target. You know. So let's.
Yeah, make the attack roll.
Okay, I was.
Who are you attacking with it?
The man, because he's an
Okay.
asshole and hasn't been hurt yet by me.
I was gonna say, I got him.
By me. 17 plus. I don't know if there's a plus.
Probably hits. There's a +3. Yeah,
Oh.
that hits.
It's like literally right there. 2d6 plus 3. Seven, 8, 9, 10. That's it.
Okay.
Oh, and he catches fire. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. No, he doesn't. Is he a flammable object? I think he is.
Well, yeah. There's some smoldering and burning going on there. Victoria looks right at you, and you know that he's recognized you at this point.
Oh fuck.
That's okay. Have the other guests recognize me? Because I don't give a fuck.
Don't worry, we'll just blame it all on her.
Yeah. So from
I'm just gonna
there,
smile at him, let him know that I know that he knows, but that I don't give a fuck.
let's see. That was not the stat block. I was hoping it was. Okay. V,
Yes.
give me 2 dex saves.
Oh no. What do I add to that? Just the +1?
That sounds about right.
So 7 and 17?
Okay. 2 of the cultists that were staff members fire bolts of energy right at you. One of them hits and does. Where did it go? It will do 11 damage. Do you need to maintain concentration on your fiendish spirit? Yes, you do.
Do I lose him?
Make your concentration check.
Oh. $16?
You're good.
Yes.
Okay.
Me so happy. Me say
Warren,
hi to everyone.
back up to the top of the order. Stuff's gone down since we last talked.
Yeah.
Significant parts of the room are on fire from lightning bolt and devil flame. Lestara is missing.
How far away is Victoro from me right now?
30 feet. You can cover that distance right now. Nothing's in the way.
Yeah. This guy pulling out a dagger makes me think maybe not one of the wizards that I was thinking it was. Not really interested in playing stabby with him.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna tell him like, hold that thought. Be right back. I'm gonna just dodge past him towards Victoro. He can attack of
Stab at you
opportunity me if
ineffectively.
he wants. Yeah.
Yeah.
My armor class is only 14 right now. I don't have any
Yeah,
armor on.
he rolled a 3.
Okay. Then I'm gonna make my way to Victoro, drawing my rapier, and insightful fighting him, I guess.
Okay.
So his deception check needs to beat I'll take the reliable talent on that for 21.
Well, he failed, but I can't believe he's not trained in deception.
Okay, well, he needs to go back to liar school, I guess. I'm gonna go at him with the rapier, non-lethal if it comes to that at this point.
Sure.
It's gonna be an 18 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. 12 from the actual rapier and an additional 25 from the sneak attack. So a total of 37.
37. Okay. It looks like he's about to say something witty, and then you stab him in the lung.
Non-lethally in the lung, you know.
And he rapidly changes his mind on what he's going to do next. He reaches over and grabs Amalia's arm, and they dimension door away.
Okay.
Now you're familiar enough with that one. Now there's somewhere they've gone no more than 500 feet.
Yeah, but that's still 500 feet's pretty far.
So Lestara,
Yes.
in the Shadowfell version of this house, it is kind of quiet. There's no screaming because there's no one else here. There's like wind howling, the cold breeze. What would you like to do in the Shadowfell? Your hound is with you.
Oh, my hound is here.
And the hound appears to be completely solid here. Not like insubstantial shadow stuff like normal. The hound is solid.
He's so fluffy. Okay. What do I see in front of me? Do I see like exactly where I got banished? Is that where I
Yeah.
just showed up?
You see the rundown Shadowfell version of the Castellander's mansion.
Okay. Can I freely walk around?
Yeah. Where would you like to go?
I'm gonna take a look outside the window.
Alright. When you look out the window, you see Waterdeep stretching out to the horizon, but roofs are caved in. Everything is like dark. It's a moonless night, sort of darkness. Fog lines the streets. It is the most. There's no one there that you see. You are utterly alone here, with the exception of Shadowhound, who should have a name by now. Um, we're going to give you a little bit of time here to play with the Shadowfell.
I'm probably gonna send my hound in an opposite direction from where I am to see if he finds anything.
Okay. What part of the house would you like to explore? Let's go with that.
Probably just stay on whatever floor this is, the ground level, for right now. Clear floor by
Okay.
floor.
So you're just going to look around where you're at.
Yeah.
As you go and explore this room, you see like blood stains on the walls and carpet that you didn't notice before. There's been what you can only expect to be like a mass murder has happened here. Blood is everywhere. You can kind of like feel it squishing in the carpet as you move now. But it's
there's
cold.
no like bones or anything. Just
No. It's just cold, half congealed blood. So I'm gonna leave you with that thought, and we're gonna move to Blaze.
All right.
Now you've got Knife Guy and the two guys that flung spells at V. Castellanders themselves
Bam.
have
Out.
bamfed.
Fuck. Of course they did. And I have no way of knowing where they went. I don't think.
You do not.
Yeah. Okay.
None that are obvious to me without knowing your character up and down sideways, like I sometimes pretend I do.
Yeah. No. Scrying takes 10 minutes to cast, and then I would be able to feel them ping back into existence with my aura sight. No.
No, that
Yeah.
wouldn't help you here.
No. Alright. I am going to, on one of the spellcasters, we're gonna, I always fail at these when I use them. I'm gonna use Word of Radiance, which is a con 17 save. Why not?
Okay. Oh, he'll fail that one.
Really? Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be really loud. 16 damage.
And he's gonna drop and go down.
Fucking yeet.
No, that was Knife Guy was the closest one.
Okay.
He's not quite dead, but he's not in great shape either. But he's out of the fight.
Alright.
V.
Hello?
It's your turn.
Are there still bad guys?
There's the two guys that just shot spells at you. The crowd has thinned out. Most of them have either escaped into the next room, fled down the stairs behind you, or died at your hand.
It was an accident.
It was an accident.
The state will bring them back, okay? It was their neglect that caused this.
I don't think they do that.
Oh well, we'll have a nice funeral. I don't know. Do we still have to fight these guys, or do we like try to capture?
I don't know.
That's your call.
Can I glob one of them?
Yes. You have a wand of glob.
Yeah, let's try globbing.
All right. And this gets used so infrequently, I need to look it up every time. All right.
I don't know. This is at least the third or fourth time I've used it.
Yep. Make a ranged attack roll.
18.
All right. That's going to hit. We don't want to hit the glob expands, drives on the target, restrained for 1 hour. All right, so you've globbed him to the floor. He's not going anywhere. That effectively takes him out of the fight. And then we're going to go back to Warren. Now, he's going to miss with another spell on V. All targets seem to be going to V.
So one of the guys is globbed. There's another guy who's not.
Yep. The knife guy is incapacitated by damage. One of the spellcasters is globbed to the floor. You've got the other spellcaster remaining.
Yes, yeah, I guess I'll go for him. I assume he's not next to anyone. I'm going to need to insightful fighting him as well.
You will.
Okay, then he needs to beat. Once again, reliable talent. He needs to beat a 21.
He cannot do that.
Okay. Then rapier. That's a natural 20.
Okay.
So that's going to be a lot. Let's see.
It will be. I'm not gonna put it. He has 33 hit points right now.
Okay. The rapier damage itself is only an 8, but that's going to be 12d6 on top of that.
Yep.
So this is non-lethal. As
you need
much
to
as
average a 2.
okay. Well, oh. Okay, 43 added onto that. So as non-lethal as 8 plus 43 can be.
Yeah. How do you want to non-lethally just drill this guy into unconsciousness?
I'm probably just gonna walk up behind him and right on the back of the head with the palm. I'll just slam and it cracks. He just goes down.
Okay. Yeah, that's the way to do that. He drops to the ground. People are running out into the streets. A lot of screaming, a lot of crying. But there's no more combatants that you can see. Let's handle the star in the Shadowfell first.
Yes.
You're going to have a bit of time here. Unless something super dramatic happens to break concentration on that.
Okay. In blood.
It just soaks the floor.
Cool. So can I presume like this is probably a universe where they got away with the mass murder?
How about we go with an Arcana check?
Okay. It's a 19.
Okay. You know a bit about the Shadowfell because of your strong connection to it. And the way a lot of people have described it is it's where the worst of all things happens.
Mhm.
There are no happy endings here. There is no hope. There is no joy.
Cool.
It's 2020 as a world. Now, you don't feel tremendously unsafe here because that connection still exists. If anything, your powers feel like they might be a bit juiced here. And when you went to move around the room, you were moving a lot faster than you normally would.
Towards moving in between shadows or just moving in general?
It's like the world's not resisting you. it's giving you a free pass to move. And there very much is a sense that this world is conscious in some way, and it's choosing to allow you to move.
Is there anything else on this floor?
There was the grand ballroom, which is where you're at. There's staircases leading up and down. You've already been upstairs and saw some of what was up there. There's a dining hall nearby, as well as a storage room and a oddly designed 2-floor kitchen. Downstairs, you are aware of a entrance hallway, which is kind of like a trophy room, bragging rights sort of location, and several rooms that you did not go into. And then downstairs, you got as far as a couple of cellars and the spiral staircase.
Well, I'm going to travel up the stairs through that door that the Castellanthers were having an argument with and try to find that ladder that was going upstairs.
Okay. When you get into their bedroom, it's the same kind of thing where everything looks like trashed and old. They had this big double, pillared post bed that's just collapsed in on itself. What else is in there of interest? You didn't see these before because they would have been, just out of line of sight from your clairvoyance. But the walls are covered with 9 different landscapes of the 9 hells, which is a really odd decor choice for a bedroom.
Are they tapestries or they're
No, they're kind of like that fresco style of paint and plaster.
Okay.
Anything else that would have been in the room in the real world would not be here. Now, there is that door on the other side. Did they not label a room? Yeah, they forgot to label that one. Okay. When you go through that door, you've got bookshelves, rotted books, like the covers are falling off and on the floor. On the desk, there is a large tome that's open. Pages, however, are completely blank. And then there's a ladder leading up into the ceiling.
Does this book look like the other ones, like it's disheveled, or no?
Not exactly. There's something with this book that keeps it from being decayed.
Can I go up to the book and see if it's, I don't know, got some magical way to see what's on it?
You flip through a couple of pages and you just see blank pages. Now the book itself looks like it's got this like red leather cover on it. It looks like it's very, very important to someone, and it makes no sense that these pages would be blank.
Is there anything on the cover of the book that I can make out? Or is it just red? No, like inscription or anything? Well,
There's a symbol with 3 triangles on it that you've most recently seen emblazoned on Droomstick's back.
Oh, perfect.
The symbol of Asmodeus.
Next fall.
I'm sorry, I'm going to correct that. It is not the symbol of Asmodeus. It is a black candle with a pair of scimitars crossed over it.
Have I seen this symbol before?
You have not.
Is there a way to take this book with me, or no?
You can try.
Okay.
Like you can pick it up and manipulate it here.
I'm gonna hold onto it for now, and then I'll just go up the ladder, up the stairs. Up the
Okay.
ladder.
Climbing the ladder and going into the attic. Everything is as you saw it before. The room was pretty sparse to begin with. The windows are broken out, and there's a breeze flowing through here. The only difference that instead of the devil that's chained up there, there's the corpse of a 16-year-old boy.
16-year-old boy.
We're gonna go with boy at 16.
See, they did sacrifice their children. Asshole. Is this boy alive?
Corpse of a 16-year-old boy.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
not
I
alive.
just heard boy.
I hope not.
Yeah.
That would be. Well, it's the Shadowfell. I mean, you never know.
I mean, it could be alive. Okay. All right. I'm going to investigate this corpse. Is there anything on it?
Give me an investigation check.
Or suck at that. 14.
All right. It's a little bit bloaty, but
corpse?
it's been hanging for a while, but it's kind of recognizable as the eldest Castellan child from one of the portraits down in the first floor entranceway. And as we've learned in Curse of Strahd, every portrait is a picture of who died there.
Okay.
So let's leave you right there, and we'll go back to the really real world. So Warren v. Blaze.
Alrighty.
You're soon left more or less alone in this room,
Okay.
with the exception of the one the people you've incapacitated, the Castellaner staff.
Alright, so we
Now,
need to
with that
figure out
many
where they went.
Yeah, with that many people running out into the street, it's only a matter of time before the guard are alerted and someone arrives.
Lestar told us where the devil was being held, right?
Correct. In the attic.
I want to head up there. That's probably going to take more than one turn, but that is the direction I am heading now.
Okay. You run up the stairs that are near the grand staircase. It's kind of in the same area to get to the third floor.
Mm-hmm.
You see a hallway with several doors, all of which are closed. V and Warren, are you going the same direction, or do you have other plans?
I'm gonna follow Blaze because I don't really know what else to do at this point. Like, I don't really see how this is playing out in a way that is really helping us with Droomstick's soul at all at this point. So I'm just gonna follow Blaze and see what she wants to do.
All right. V?
I'm gonna go with, I guess.
Okay. So the three of you arrive upstairs. Multiple doors to choose from.
Let me pull up what Kevin said about
Pull up what I said about what?
the soul thing. Let's see.
If you're just going to do a door-by-door search, the first one that you open up is a playroom. Toys everywhere.
Alright. Can I sense anything at this point with my aura sight? No.
No, because it does
Okay.
not work through closed doors.
Oh, right. I always forget that.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, so I guess we're just going to do
Yeah.
this door by door.
Even if you have the X-ray vision invocation for Warlock, you can't spell through it.
Mhm.
V, what was it you were looking up that I said before?
I don't know. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll get back to you.
Okay. The next room is children's bedroom.
Dead children?
The sheet.
Question mark?
The children are not there. The blankets have been tossed aside, but they're empty beds now.
Okay. Well, clearly they're not dead at least, or at least they're dead and not here now. Alright, next door?
That will take you to Castellander's bedroom. And I had recently described that for Lestara. You see that same four-post bed, not destroyed, books lining walls, and a red leather tome on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
And that has that cross swords over black candle logo on the front.
Would I have any idea what that is?
Religion check, very difficult for you. Arcana check for V.
9. I suck.
V, can we get an Arcana check?
Oh. 14.
The symbol on the front of the cover of that book is associated with Belial and Fierna, the Lord and Lady of the fourth layer of hell. You don't know too much on details with them, but the main oddity there is that they co-rule a level. Most of the levels have a single duke or duchess, not a archduke or archduchess, not a ruling pair.
Okay.
The pages of the book are also blank in this world.
Okay.
V, you were looking something up. Do you have any questions related to that?
No, I just couldn't remember the exact phrasing. So you said basically by coming here, favor to Asmodeus to get rid of them, which would give leverage for Drumstick for his soul back. But then you also mentioned something about items. I don't know if this is that item or what. But that was basically my thought process.
Okay. I think we're at a good point to pause and end for the night, because it looks like we've got more questions than answers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get a week on that to stew and come back at this next week.
But we haven't finished finding stuff.
I wanted to see if I could write to them through the blank page.
Well, one of the reasons I want to pause here too is I want to leave Lestara in the Shadowfell for a full week.
Haha.
That way, if you have
tortured.
that way, if you have any thoughts about other things you want to do there between now and next session, you can do that while you're still there.
While you're suffering.
Hold on,
Hmm.
hold on.
So, yeah, that's how that worked out.
Cool.
The Castellaners have fled. Presumably, they've taken the children with them somewhere. Their plans have been thoroughly trashed.
And there's evidence of poisoning all over the place.
Yes. So yeah, that'll be fun.
You know what? I've got it. We can ask Jarlaxle for some resurrection, and
Oh
I'll
my
apologize.
god.
Bay's got us. He's got us.
My fucking god.
I know it.
I mean, that would be an interesting conversation to have with Jarlaxle.
So we gotta resurrect these peasants, right? Because Warren's very angry with me.
I mean, what do we have to offer him for that, though?
And yeah, that would go to a hold on right there.
Undying loyalty. Why not? He's fun.
Oh god.
I love
So,
fun NPCs.
um,
Me really doesn't want to look at y'all tonight. I keep rotating her, and she turns around.
She's so angry. The anger.
So yeah, between now and next week, tracking me down Evil Sales Ass on Twitter. That's the best way to find me there. We've got Nick running a game on Friday nights. That's Humblewood, and we are planning to very shortly restart our Sunday night sessions in the Duchy of Chantal.
Ooh.
Yes, we have possibly overplanned for this, but I think it's worth it.
It'll be fun.
So speaking of fun things, Jess,
Me?
do your outro.
Oh god, no.
Yes.
When you say it, it makes me accidentally almost do the intro.
Good.
Outro.
You can find me at Sweet Ninetails on Twitter and the Instagrams. You will also find me here in the eventual Sunday night game as well. I don't know, man. Thanksgiving's coming up. I get to work, and
Yeah.
that is all for me, I think. So I'm gonna pass it off to Sky.
Hi. You can find me Fizzlewizzle on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, that's about it. I'm ready for vacation, so that's
What's
about
a
it.
vacation?
It's these things that you get if you sacrifice your soul to the corporation.
But I already sacrificed my soul and I don't get vacations.
Oh, what's up?
Sounds very Shadowrun.
Stares
let's
into the void.
Off to Rossi.
Hello, Cinder Wizard, Twitter and Instagram. You might also see me there sometimes. And that's all I got. Ollie?
I can't be found on any of those sites except for our official Carpe Nerdus Discord. Link can be found below, or just ask Nightbot, I guess, because that's what Nightbot does when it's not bullying our own members for no reason. Yeah, so go and find me there. Otherwise, that's it.
Subscribe to the channel. You get Miyu emotes.
Yee. Eventually there will be more once I can get off my
There
ass.
will
and,
be more.
You know, actually manage it.
And the inevitable blame Nick emote is on the list of things that we do.
It's on the way. There you go.
Yes,
So,
that is
all
one
right
thing
then.
that'll be coming.
I believe it's that moment where we shut it down.
Alrighty, peace out, everybody.